The Transport Education and Training Authority, also known as TETA, welcome you to the Career Guide video. Our mandate is the development of the transport sector through education and training programs in the following industries: Rail, Maritime, Aerospace, Forwarding and Clearing, Road Transportation. South Africa is experiencing a serious skills shortage in various major industry sectors. If you are a learner looking for career opportunities in the transport sector, you can advance your prospects by considering a career where there is a high demand. Scarce skills are defined as qualifications or jobs for which there are too few qualified or experienced candidates available in the country. A skills scarcity can occur when an occupation is relatively new and there are too few people who have the requisite skill sets, when too few people have entered a particular field of study, when highly specialized skills and experience are in short supply, when certain towns or cities lack specialized skills locally, when certain fields lack women or other minority applicants. So why should you consider studying in a field where skills are scarce? Because scarce skills are in high demand. You will find a job more easily. Chances are you will be better paid and promoted more easily. Because some scarce skills are in short supply nationally or even internationally, your choices of where to live and work increases dramatically. There is a shortage of skills within the following sectors: Rail, Maritime, Aerospace, Forwarding and Clearing, Road Transportation. There are various career paths within each of these sectors, and we will give you a brief insight into each of them. Remember, each of the career paths highlighted in this video requires specific aptitudes, skills and attitudes. Be sure to consult with your teacher, guidance counselor or human resources departments to get all the necessary information to assist in your decision-making process. The rail transportation sector is highly specialized and offers suitable candidates the opportunity to develop scarce and highly sought-after skills. Candidates with the right skill set will be snapped up quickly and enjoy many career benefits. Workers in railroad occupations ensure that passenger and freight trains run on time and travel safely. Some workers drive trains, some coordinate the activities of the trains, while others operate signals and switches in the rail yard.
A track master is responsible for building the tracks, making sure that the tracks are safe for the safe running of trains. I am responsible for the tracks, which are the roads on which the trains run on. I love my job because it has many challenges. It teaches me as a woman to be very strong, because in the rail sector we usually have many males in our sector, and it teaches me to be a very strong person and new challenges every day. I recommend young people to join the rail sector. The rail sector has many categories, different kind of jobs whereby you can be built by the rail sector. They can educate you to become something better in life, and there are many opportunities and better benefits for everyone.
The ideal candidate, more especially within the technical environment, would be someone that has passed their matric with maths and science, someone that is not afraid of heights, and someone that is willing to do the physical work, that's able to work with their hands. Within the School of Rail, there are various learnerships. We've got track masters, we've got signaling technicians, we've got traction linesmen, we've got driver training, we've got train control officer training as well. Most of the programs within our environment take about a year to 2.5 years. Reason being, most of them require learners to undergo practical training. There's a lot of opportunities within the rail sector, which makes it easier for learners to find employment immediately after graduation. And to add to that is that a lot of professionals are leaving the rail sector due to retirement. The women in the rail sector, they are doing very well. There's also a shortage of women, more women in the rail sector. So we really need more women in the rail sector. Not only that, also a lot of organizations also have to meet with employment equity statistics.
Immediately after completing my matric, I went to the Defence Force for 2 years. I then applied for being a train assistant, and the requirements was maths and science, and I later became a train driver after 2 years. I consider my job to be important because without a train driver, consignments cannot be moved from point A to point B. So it's of vital importance that I'm always at work and when I'm required to do my job. I enjoy my work because Transnet gave me an opportunity as a woman to become a train assistant, and now I'm a train driver. I would recommend young people to join the rail sector because there are so many opportunities within Transnet. Like now, as a woman, I'm studying safety management and it's my final year.
The skills that are in high demand within the rail sector are train assistants, train drivers, yard officials, planners, artisans, engineers, including technicians.
As a sheet metal artisan, my job entails repairing, refurbishing and modification of rail rolling stock from top to bottom. I enjoy my work as a sheet metal artisan very much because it has equipped me with the skills it takes to put our rail rolling stock together. I got into this field by obviously starting from school, where I was doing matric with mathematics and physical science, and I proceeded to the previously FET colleges, now called TVET colleges, and that is where Transnet recruited me into their artisan programs. I would very much recommend that young people, more especially women, get involved in this sector, mainly because the skills that you learn here are not only applicable to the rail sector, but you can also implement them in your day-to-day activities.
Maritime transportation plays a vital role in global trade. 90% of world trade is carried by ships, which is the most energy efficient and environmentally friendly mode of transporting cargo. The three main types of goods transported by sea are dry bulk, oil, and containerized cargo. These are transported using a variety of ships, designed and built to best accommodate the cargo they were meant for. The sector includes all vessels used at sea and the associated land-based services for transporting people and cargo, mining of submarine mineral resources and the transportation of these for landing in South African ports, catching or garnering of marine living resources within the South African exclusive fishing zone, the transportation for these for landing at South African ports, the maintenance, repair, overhaul and testing of ocean-going vessels.
I enjoy my work very much as a marine engineer because every day you're faced with different challenges. okay, where you will have to move the ship, make sure that the ship is moved from point A to point B and the cargo is on time. All started at school where I was doing maths and science. Then from there I moved on to study for 3 years a mechanical engineering course. Then after that I did internship for 12 months at sea, which is where I was introduced to the sea career. I recommend that young people get involved in the maritime sector due to the fact that there's a scarcity of marine engineers and navigation officers at sea, and with as well also with the aging personnel. Now we need to fill all these places up.
As a marine engineer, I enjoy my work because myself, the chief engineer, the second engineer, the third engineer, all of us, we have a responsibility of maintaining all the machinery inside the ECR in good working order so that everything is running smoothly all the time. I consider my work to be very important because every day we are facing different challenges here inside the engine room. I got into the field by studying mathematics and science at school. Completed my maritime studies with DUT. Then I did 1 year sea time, and we also had to do 9 months of workshops, and then I'm a marine engineer now. Personally, I would recommend that young people get into this maritime sector because there's a lot of opportunities for young people, and you get to see different places and different countries at the same time while you're getting paid for it.
For many people, nothing beats the excitement of aviation and aerospace. This sector demands a new breed of specialists who have a comprehensive academic background to help them understand complex aircraft systems and well-developed analytical, critical thinking and decision-making skills. The aerospace sector includes the transportation and activities involving aircraft and space vehicles, including related components, their regulation, operation, design, manufacture, maintenance, repair, overhaul and testing. The provision of and regulation of airports, heliports, air traffic and airspace services, the servicing, calibration and maintenance of related equipment.
The skills which are in high demand within the aerospace sector are air traffic control, piloting, aircraft maintenance and engineering. The ideal profile of a candidate should have passed maths, pure maths, English and science. To be a fully fledged air traffic control, it will take 3 years to complete the program. There are 3 disciplines in air traffic control. One is ab initio, which takes 16 weeks, aerodrome control, which takes 11 weeks, approach and area, which takes 16 weeks. It is easy for a learner to find employment within air traffic and navigation service after successful completion of a program.
I consider my job as an air traffic controller to be very important because primarily we're dealing with safety, and it's required one to be expeditious and very efficient. I enjoy my work as an air traffic controller because of its flexibility and its unpredictable nature. I got into this air traffic control industry through exhibition where I learned about it, and later I got recruited and did the prescribed training required. I will highly recommend that young people get involved in the aviation sector and precisely air traffic control because it's an internationally growing industry and there's always demand.
The main purpose of a freight forwarder is to arrange cargo movements to destinations overseas. In this role, you could be involved in all modes of transport, including air, sea, road and rail freight. An international freight forwarder will have specialist expertise relating to preparing and processing documentation for international shipping, and will typically review documentation such as commercial invoices and shippers' export declaration bills of landing. Freight forwarding involves working with other people both locally and internationally. The ideal candidate will be able to communicate clearly, work accurately with numbers, be able to solve problems, negotiate contracts, be well organized and computer literate. Freight handling is an integral part of the supply chain management system and provides a vital support service to industries which span all modes of transport. Organized employers and employees are associated in this industry for the purpose of handling, storage and stock control through ports and airports.
The ideal candidate profile is somebody that would be looking to go into sales, into contract logistics, into ocean freight, or into distribution, or somebody that's interested in customs. The skills we look for in the clearing and forwarding sector is accuracy, attention to detail, and somebody that can work under pressure. The courses are NQF3, NQF4, that relates to also a matric. We need geography would be assistance, mathematics would go into internship, anything from 12 to 24 months, depending if the intern is qualified. That could relate to permanent employment, we put back into the market.
I consider my job to be very important because as an organization we have service standards that we have to meet, and we have to deliver the shipments according to the client's requirements at specified time. As a freight forwarder, I do enjoy my work because it motivates me and it gives me an opportunity to interact with different people in the industry, like talking to customs authorities and the airlines negotiating the rates and the clients giving them the feedback about their shipments. After matriculating, I enrolled in a learnership program for a year where I qualified as a junior import controller. Then now I'm a senior import controller. I highly recommend young people to get involved in the forwarding and clearing sector because it's an exciting industry with a lot of opportunities and a lot of learning.
The skills that are in high demand in the third and fourth party logistics industry are skills in the customs clearing environment, because we work in a very highly legislated environment, so it's very important for people operating in this aspect of the business to be very conversant with what is required. There is also warehousing, because in the business that we deal with some of our clients, we do keep some of the goods, and in keeping those goods, we need people that will know how to handle those goods and not put the client's shipments at risk. There's also the aspect of communication. Within the business, there are departments like the key account managers and the client servicing managers that deal directly with the client, and good communication is imperative in those departments.
I'm a business development consultant. I really enjoy my job simply because I go out and spend time with clients and apply my communication skills, and that helps me a lot because I bring in more business to the company.
There are a lot of courses that are available out there for one to advance in this industry, both from certificate courses, diploma courses, degrees, right up to a master's level. For instance, if one wants to pursue a career in the customs department, one can go and do perhaps a law degree. If one wants to pursue a career in the all-encompassing supply chain, There are supply chain courses right from certificate level that are being offered by a number of institutions out there. Our company does sponsor all the courses and pays for all the courses that are industry related for their employees because we value the growth of that individual. There is also within the companies, they offer on-the-job training because it's not enough just to get that certificate at the end of the day. It must be supported by experience.
I got to this industry through a learnership. I matriculated with my geography and mathematics. I did my learnership for 1 year, 6 months, and then I've earned my position as an imports controller. Then as now I've moved into the business development department as a business development consultant.
The personal attributes required for a successful candidate in third and fourth party logistics are an individual who's very ambitious, driven. You need somebody, as I've mentioned, who's a good communicator. We need somebody who's comfortable with working with numbers because quite a big portion of the job also has to do with being numerate. Our company, Bidvest Panalpina Logistics, together with many others in the industry, work hand in hand with TETA to support those wanting to join the industry right from the moment they come into the industry right up to management level. For instance, myself as a manager was supported by both my company in my growth and TETA. In that, TETA sent me for training in the Netherlands in the logistics environment to go and actually study and witness supply chain at its very best. Once a candidate enters this industry, it is very diverse and there's so many opportunities to grow, as long as that individual has the energy and the drive to get where they want to go. As I've mentioned already, TETA and the companies in the industry do support with training, with formal training and with academic training as well. There are a lot of opportunities that are available in different areas of the job. There's finance departments within the industry, there is warehousing, there's client servicing, there's human resources. So once a candidate enters, the scope is very, very big for somebody to find their niche in the company.
I encourage young people to join this industry because it has a series of opportunities. For example, I won a global competition whereby I became a Young International Freight Forwarder of the Year. I did a presentation on exports and imports, which is more related to what the industry does. I got a chance to present to the people and which also improved my communication skills. And if you want to be like me, come join the industry.
The road transport sector consists of the road freight and road passenger industries. Both of these industries offer candidates a wide range of career prospects that require diverse skill sets. The road freight industry is the transportation of goods by means of a goods vehicle for reward on a public road. It is estimated that 80% of all freight carried in South Africa is done by road. This massive industry has over 3,000 registered companies and employs over 70,000 people. Road freight includes bulk transport carriers, retail fleets, removal companies, courier companies, and waste management. The road passenger industry is the transportation of passengers by bus and minibus for reward, including the control, management and maintenance of these vehicles. Road passenger transport includes long-distance bus services, tour and charter bus services, cross-border bus services, intercity bus services, learner bus services, commercial contract bus services, and special hire or private hire bus services.
As an auto electrician, I enjoy doing my work because it's very fun and it's challenging, and I get to learn new things on a daily basis.
I consider my job to be important, especially nowadays. You find that those vehicles are electronically made, and that's where the auto electricians are needed.
After my grade 12, I went to an FET to do my electrical engineering and 6. And then after that, I came to Padco to do my 3 years apprenticeship, and I'm finally doing my last year.
I recommend young people to get involved in this sector, especially women. It's a fun career to be in. There's too much growth. You get to learn different things on a daily basis.
The skills that are highly in demand are professional driving, the auto electricians, and the diesel mechanics, as well as bodybuilders. The courses that are available in this sector are, for example, skills programs take the duration of 6 weeks. We also have the learnerships that run for a duration of 12 months. And under the learnership, we've got the following: the National Certificate in Professional Driving. We also have the learnership on road transport supervision for the same duration of 12 months as well. We also have the learnership in road transport management. Some of the other programs that we offer under technical are apprenticeships, which goes for a duration of 3 years, where we offer diesel mechanic, auto electricians, as well as bodybuilders. Upon completion of the programs, learners will be taken through the recruitment process and thereafter employed by the company on a permanent basis.
Within the road transport sector, apart from drivers, we need more schedulers, schedulers, planners, and controllers in the system. Our institutions now, they currently offer the National Higher Diploma and a Diploma in Transport Management. We need matriculants with a positive mindset, mentally and healthy fit, no criminal records. A national diploma will take you at least 3 years. National Higher Diploma will take you up to 4 years. Due to the high standard and quality of our training, it's easy for the candidate to find employment through this sector.
I got into my field after I've done a course of 1 year with the company, whereby I was excellent on what I'm doing and I was appointed as a driver. I do enjoy my work very well, as I meet a lot of people and I see different areas or different places each and every day. I do consider my job very much important, as I transport a lot of people in different days to go to their destination on time and safe each and every day. I recommend that young people can come to the sector, as the sector is one of the very much interesting sector or job, in a way that you meet a different kind of people each and every day, and you learn a lot of responsibility on keeping time and being safe each and every time.
As a qualified motor technician, I do enjoy my job because it's very interesting and challenging to do. I do consider my job to be important because not only is it about working on cars, but ensuring there are safer vehicles traveling on the road. After my schooling, I went to a TETA college where I did my NQF level 2 to level 4 for a period of 3 years. And I then got an apprenticeship here in Kabokas, where I did my apprenticeship for 2 years. And I am now qualified and I'm working here full-time. I highly recommend that young people be involved in this taxi industry as technicians, as we do need more young qualified technicians like me.
Although we have many mechanics and many drivers within the taxi industry, we do lack qualified motor mechanic artisans, and we do lack qualified professional drivers. The ideal candidate we are looking for in the taxi chamber is the person with energy, is the person with drive, the person with sober habits, the person who can work under pressure and must also be able to work with customers. The courses and the programs that are available for learners are from the TVET College, the transport, the motor and diesel, and as well as the business management. From the accredited providers, we have the National Certificate Professional Drivers, you have the New Venture Creation, you have Generic Transport Management. From the approved skills development providers, you have the apprenticeships as well as the learnerships. These courses vary from 1 year to 4 years. Due to shortage of over 30,000 artisans within the industry, learners after qualifying can be absorbed by the taxi industry, by the public transport to transform the current situation that I alluded to, and they can also be absorbed by the motor industry in general, as well as some who are willing can be self-employed.